opener. So far, this alliance draft feels very conventional, though. You've got some good stuns. You've got some okay team fight. What are we going to get to tie it all together here? Kind of thinking it's a mid-Mirana.
Yeah, probably. I think it is a really good pick just because she helps deal with Phoenix, right, with her like decent attack speed and leaps and whatnot, dealing with the egg. If she gets swapped in, she can leap out. Yeah, we've seen her just be a like very kind of like middle of the pack skirmisher, kind of similar to DK, but DK is more of a like he has to commit when he jumps in, but he likes to fight around the same sort of timings that a Miranda does.
Yeah. She comes online what feels like surprisingly early, and she has a great lane presence. Just hard to grab onto.
Yeah, they need that that leading stun, I think, like from a 4. I don't think you want just DK, right? We've seen some teams try the Earth Spirit. I don't know if he's really worth it without knowing who the enemy mid is. Like maybe even the Clockwork. Clock into Swap, Timber, and Phoenix feels a little awkward, though. Maybe something a little bit more guaranteed.
Not an amazing
I guess
game.
Earthshaker. Oh, he's banned
They
too.
take the Quap. Okay. Curious about the positions here. As I was going to say earlier, even though we've talked about how flexible Queen is, I don't think we've seen her support that much. I know Era played it. I can picture a game or two from him, but really she's been prioritized more as a core.
Yeah. With them having to do the double pick in a row, this is probably the core Queen. They probably just wanted like their best hero. And it is nice, pure damage versus the Timber Saw versus the Luna too. Just like on the lower HP end.
NIP disagree. They ban out the Bloodseeker.
That's an interesting one. I mean, pretty good versus the Timber Saw, right? Kind of annoying versus Linux to try and set up near towers and stuff too. You just throw down a Blood, right?
Phoenix Venge. Also, don't really like playing against Bloodseeker. And he can accelerate real fast. I guess he comes online before Luna does. At least depending on his item build. He can pressure Luna.
It's one of Nico Baby's more active heroes, right? Yeah. They have a very big pool of go late heroes for Nico Baby, but not a lot of aggressive heroes that he plays.
Or they're going to put Slark mid or something.
Yeah, the Slark is the one that stands out for sure with that Timber Saw being there, but then you kind of go back to this idea of like, Timber can, if he gets ahead, still cause some problems for the Timber Saw. Timber Saw can cause problems for the Slark, that is.
All right, Alliance pretty low on reserve time themselves. Kind of depends where they're going to go with this Mirana, but thinking that they need a support here.
They can go either way, for sure. Whenever they think, what does Nico Baby want to play this game, for example? Is he playing like that safe lane Mirana that we haven't seen for a little bit? Or is he playing the safe lane DK, or they just want to go a whole other direction? And I think that's probably for Mickey. Or sorry, for Baby.
Huh. What a weird draft. A lot of mobility outside of that DK. They've got the Weaver Grinstroke combo, so certainly some merit here, but I still don't know who's going where. NIP.
10 seconds remaining.
No Death Prophet or anything like that, but would be nice to get another hero that could assist with the push just a little. I wonder if Prophet could work. Oh,
nice.
Go. Sticky Icky.
That's the perfect mid hero. Because, I wish that they could go for something like a Monkey, but then there's problems with the laning, because you're not going to get the DK mid, right? They're going to put some other hero versus you mid if you try and send the Monkey King there so that you can start initiative, because that's one of the heroes that made them look really good in that series versus Empire. Yep. They just played extremely well around it. So pick up the Viper, kind of a classic laning counter to both the Queen and the Dragon Knight. You're going to have the break to work with throughout the whole game. It's annoying for several of these heroes, not just the DK. Like the Weaver doesn't really want to have to deal with that either.
Trying to decide which draft I like better. Off-lane DK, picked up by S4. Limp grabs the Queen, and Nico does take the Weaver. So it's a support Mirana going to be played by Hanskin. Ooh.
Not the easiest support Mirana game. She's got set up from the DK, so if she roams to his lane, there's potential for easy arrows. But other than that, she's chucking them on a wish and a prayer here.
We've seen more core Mirana, I think. So maybe that's why I'm partial to it. But it just feels like this hero actually scales pretty well. And we've seen a couple games where she tries to make that big trek towards the MKB first item as core. And it weirdly feels kind of good. She gets the Demon Edge and still hits pretty hard. The build-up's not that bad. Then all of a sudden, with one item, she's a pretty intimidating hero.
Yeah, it feels kind of like the support Wind Rangers that we're trying to pull that, or even like out of the off lane, kind of like poorer Wind Rangers that just rush into that one big item when the hero first got changed.
Yeah. I think I like this NIP draft.
It looks much more stable. Again, problems though, like the early pick on the Timbersaw. Maybe they're kind of ready for this. I think in the end they got pretty decent heroes versus it, considering they had 4 more to pick. Right,
Yep.
They have some control between the Phantom and then the Inkswell. Maybe that's going to lead into an Arrow. Like Phantom into Arrow is at least possible versus Timber.
For sure. I'm a little worried for the Timber. He's not the part of the draft that I'm really confident about, let's say. It's just this Luna Venge Viper trio. Yeah. Seeing what you can do with Luna, those moments where she almost
Are you not entertained?
1v3s, 1v4s, these situations that you get forced into, either initiate on our Aegis Luna or watch your high ground die. And we still haven't really seen a great solution to that strategy.
Yeah.
Aside from just shut down the Luna, right? Like, don't let her hit critical mass. Easier said
Yeah, my
than
biggest
done.
concern for Alliance would probably be the support Mirana. Like, there's roles for the hero. Like, one of the things that she does a lot in the support role, she'll try and take care of the catapults. Lately, teams are kind of on this, like, catapult binge. I feel like every team has become a little more obsessed with catapults than they used to be. You know, I mean, that's a good thing, right? That's how the top teams were always doing it, and it seems to be something that's just, like, slowly spread out to be all teams are doing a much better job of smoking around their catapults and planning their pushes there.
Yeah.
And you'll see these support Miranas make the rotation and go for the arrow on the catapult from the tree line, hoping that it doesn't get blocked by somebody.
You're definitely right. That is a big benefit she brings to the table. Even being able to snipe like range creeps, being able to snipe neutral creeps. And she can farm neutrals somewhat easily with Starstorm, right? At least she has an ability that lets her kill some stuff if the game gets passive.
Not too terrible.
I think this Viper was a really good pick, though. Assuming Supreme has a good game. I think
Remember,
he's gonna be hard to deal
this
with.
used to be the counter pick, right? When Queen of Pain, if they picked her mid and revealed it too early, you would pick the Viper, you get 2 points in the corrosive, and then her dagger would do more to herself than it did to the Viper.
Yep.
And I'm not sure what the numbers are like now.
Yeah, that was a
Not
big
a
part
matchup
of
we
it.
can see
And
too
again, that
often.
was also back in the time when Viper was a lot different, where his passive gave him all that extra damage to last hit with. So it was a combination of you couldn't harass him, and then also he had so much more damage than you. You were just this sad Queen of Pain without any last hits watching Viper free farm. I think it's better now for the Quap. It's not nearly as one-sided, but surely still not a fun lane.
Yeah, that old passive was something else for last hitting, man.
Yeah, really weird. I think I like present-day Viper better. I think he's a better hero and more fun to play. They found
As long
a
as
way
he doesn't
to...
run to the jungle and start getting all buffed so that he can just stack camps again. That was something.
Oh, yeah.
For now, though, level 1, he's getting poisoned up the yin yang. 4 stacks on limp. Feeling the hurt.
Yeah. Hard to
Alright,
sustain
guys.
mana-wise, though. The mana doesn't scale on poison attacks, so level 1's actually pretty rough.
Got a grand guarantee that we're not going to miss first blood today, sorry. Because I feel like we've missed the first kill of every single day.
Every
I'm not
single
mistaken. Down bottom,
day.
it's Nico, baby, getting low.
No
Sorry,
way.
are you here?
No way. We missed a couple. You know.
Yeah, but I just think we happen to miss the first blood of every day. I'm pretty sure. Of like the first game of every day, I'm pretty sure we missed all first bloods.
It is possible.
It's
I have not been keeping a tally.
well, my guilt is keeping a tally, and
Oh,
I
that's
am
good.
ashamed.
That is great.
Guilt's a very powerful motivator.
It is. It is. Nico baby FNG, a little pressure onto Era. He's got some fiery spirits, though. She's a fiery one. Oh, Nico might actually be able to chase him down. Is this going to be the first blood?
Have you done it?
Era?
What?
You salty dog, he lives. Why didn't Nico finish him?
I guess he just wasn't confident in the damage. He did the math and he said, nope. To be fair, the tower armor too. He probably wouldn't have killed him.
All right. Maybe.
Like look at this Phoenix. He's a lot of armor. Oh, everyone's getting low.
Is 5 considered a lot of armor now? Oh, I see. That's without the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot for a Phoenix that usually has like none, right?
Still pretty close. Up top, Arrow does connect on Charlie. Nice Dragon Tail combo.
I saw Charlie got up bright and early this morning. He had some wise words of wisdom to the world. He tweeted out, "Nerf Lycan, please."
Oh.
So if you guys want to know a little bit more about the players you're watching,
Look at this guy.
that's just his opinion, man.
He's bringing the Dota community together with an uncontroversial opinion we can all rally behind. Are there any like die-hard Lycan spammers out there that are loud and proud? I think Lycan.
Not right now. Currently, they're hiding. Well, actually, currently, they're just busy playing it matchmaking, I'm sure. They don't have time to go and defend the Wolfman. They know what's coming.
Making the most of every sweet moment left of this Lycan meta. Hello, Wolfman. Seriously, the way pubs are now with all pick, if you're spamming a hero like that, it does just feel like gambling. Okay, the coin flip. Is my hero going to be banned? Yes!
Honskin's getting mighty low up top here, but he's already used all spells on Seneko, so he's tanking that creep wave, though. All right, he wants this arrow kill. Is this it? Has Seneko gone too far?
Oh!
He walked right back into that.
He doubles back. First Blood, brought to you by Monster Energy and the creeps of the Radiant.
They're green, too.
They sure are. Green, just like you, Monster. The beast is being unleashed. No NIP penance. Oh, what a bummer. Y'all should have gotten into Dota 2 just a little sooner.
They missed out on that one.
What a big opportunity there.
I wonder who would have more if we, like, Na'Vi games or Alliance games.
It's gotta be Na'Vi.
I would think so, because they've been there since, like, the very beginning. But Alliance was also, like, obviously very popular when there were a lot of pennants still being sold, I feel like.
That's true. I was thinking at first, like, Na'Vi has maybe ridden the momentum a little better since the old days, but I don't know if that matters. All those pennant sales were pretty front-loaded.
Yeah.
FNG down bottom. All right, I'll be good. Just a little poke.
Actually, it's probably one of the Chinese that has the most. Like DK.
All right, that's a
I mean,
good
I
call.
have a DK pennant.
That's
man.
a good
If
call.
DK got a team going.
I mean, that one iteration of DK was a legit all-star lineup.
Oh, man. I remember getting up. I would set my alarm to get up and watch DK games. They're so good.
They won. Did they win the Summit one? That crazy DK.
I always remember they won the best of 7 down from 3-0. That's the real players. They will easily
FNG dice,
grab
yeah.
a kill there.
You're not wrong. That is maybe outside of some key international moments, that's one of the most iconic Dota memories of, like, the reverse all-kill. 3-0 to 4-0. The best of 5.
It's just too good because they only ever did one best of 7, and that happened.
Oh, yeah, the best of 7, rather. Yeah. God, that shit was so stupid. All right, guys, 3-hour lunch break. I always remember that because I think at BTS we were like brainstorming different formats, and I'm pretty sure on our whiteboard we had best of 7 ? Written somewhere as like maybe this could be a cool like one day, one series, all in, and we saw that and went, nah.
Honskin going for the Courier's mid. He might get a double. Oh, he doesn't see the other one coming.
Oh.
It was even walking down.
It's a slight bummer.
What, who's? Oh, I was like, whose courier is this? But it's just delivering a sentry.
Vengeance
When pops
Courier.
in.
Looking for a go. Whoa, nice Sonic Wave with the TP. Connects on 2. Arrow off the mark, though. Follow-up not going to be there. It's the other way, actually.
Arrow.
Arrow's here. Now limp, low, burning down. He's not going to be able to make it. Yes, he will.
The blink. Oh, he's dead.
Still dead.
Burn.
FNG now on the run. Sunray. Viper Poison. It's deadly. And they do chase down Seneko. Hunskin going to find that kill. So it's a 1 for 2.
He tried to deny to the neutrals. But Hans can be able to chase him down. But, I mean, considering that was initiated by Queen jumping in, that worked out pretty damn well for NIP with the Viper still surviving and continuing to farm here in the mid.
It looked like such a great setup.
A little aggressive.
It was just a nice Sonic Wave. Saberlight down bottom. Doing fine on the Timber, but not rolling. He's behind the DK still.
Still, though, I mean, considering this was a first phase, 3rd overall pick Timber, they're very happy, I'm sure.
You're not wrong. They really haven't punished it that much. I'm almost a bit surprised.
There'll be some punishment later on because he's got 3 other heroes he can't really deal with between, like, the Queen, the Weaver, and the Mirana, but yeah, we'll still be there to annoy S4 throughout the match.
Well, right now he's busy annoying Nico, baby. Being pretty effective at that.
Game looks like it's going to have some pretty exciting clashes in the mid game. I feel like there's extremely similar timings going on here as Nico Baby just gets
S4.
ulti.
He's going to be stunned up. Arrow.
Dire's top tower
All right.
is under attack.
Well, that was an underwhelming TP from Supreme.
Down bottom, Nico Baby's been juking it under the tower. He already uses ulti, though.
Oh, Nico's going to be in trouble. The Sunray, don't underestimate it. Gets himself the Shikuchi. Inkswell not going to be there as Saberlight jumps out.
That was a level 2 Inkswell, too.
You know, I did underestimate how effective Timber is as a counter to the Weaver Grimstroke combo. Like, we've seen that Inkswell on Weaver absolutely demolish lanes where it looks like there's kind of no answer to it other than just survive so that we can get out of the laning phase. Saberlight's got a pretty easy out, although Limp ready to shut him down. That's another nice Sonic wave. This time it finds the kill, though. Hastrun looking to chase down Era. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy. He wants it. The Phoenix. Limp not going to be able to get it. Oh, attack speed slows.
I'm really shocked he didn't go for that.
Radiant's middle tower
He's too worried
is
about a
under
potential
attack.
TP in.
Yeah, just
With
wants
that
to get back
haste
to
and
lane.
bottling up to more mana, like good for you, Limp. Way to have some discipline there.
Hastrons have this weird dynamic that it's just maximum efficiency, right? You can TP gank and then run back to lane with very little opportunity cost, and if you stick around and wait for the haste rune to expire, then your opportunity cost goes back to normal because it doesn't have a TP. So I kind of get it, right? It's just race back to lane as quickly as possible.
Sure.
Efficiency, Trent.
Dire's
Efficiency.
middle tower is
As
under
a man who turns off the lights every game, I think you can understand efficiency.
Well, you know me. They just annoy me too much.
Saving the world one
First
carbon
shovel
at a time.
dig. Bounty rune. Boom. Very nice.
Oh, no. It's the Meepo whacking.
Wow, I just gotta send some messages to get this. Oh, who's getting them? Sadeko's in on it.
I also learned that you can mute that Meepo sound. I'm protesting and leaving it unmuted.
I concur.
So suck on that, Twitch chat. Here we go, bottom lane. Saberlight, this time he uses the Timber Chain as they initiate. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know if they'll have the damage to chase him down, but that setup will bring him low.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna start holding this outpost. Will they keep it for the 10-minute mark? What's gonna happen top? Saneko is camping, waiting for Hanskin, but Charlie's not in the position for the instant eclipse if they wanted a freebie. But they might not get an outpost here unless Alliance can make some maneuver.
No,
and
I don't think so.
I think they're giving him up.
This is NIP getting that XP. Nico's just farming under tower. Viper's killing Ancients.
Nico Baby's in an awkward spot down here. He still has the ulti.
Still has stick charges too.
Under attack.
Might be okay. Supreme did have a Viper strike. Couldn't get in range though, I think.
Meanwhile, up top.
Okay, a little pick on Saneko. Looks like Hanskin hit him with an arrow.
Case stun into arrow, I believe. Potentially the other way around, but
Classic. Bottom tier 1 falls. That Viper rotation. DK's having a great lane up here. Luna with 38 last hits, 56 on S4.
yeah, we've kind of ignored him. It's been so quiet up here for him. Kind of planted himself in the lane, and Luna's supports left fairly early, right? They were kind of rotating around the mid lane and bottom too, so just been hanging out by herself.
Well, all the carries to recover. Not particularly worried about Luna. She's still going to have a pretty fast Helm of the Dominator. More than recoverable as she stacks the hard camp. Oh, Charlie.
Radiant structures
Yeah, he's got the plays here.
Unfortunately, no Moonglaves to kill it, but ripening for later. There it is. Siege creep down. Hanskin. Look at this heavy lifting here, Trent.
The power of the support Marana.
Hey, he's going to go Spirit Vessel first item. This is brilliant.
Yeah, that is a nice aspect of it too. Very
Now,
good hero. For
First
just picking it
item
up
on
first.
Viper. Oh, look at that. I was just going to say, this looks like a good Atos game. An item you see on Viper fairly regularly, and he's going to go straight for it. Treads 1 Wraith Band. Straight
Considering
for the
it's-
lockdown.
Yeah, considering it's not as popular as it used to be, I definitely like it this game. 'Cause, you know, they got a lot of heroes.
Quap. Good build up, nice stats. I like this a lot. And Deso going to be first up on Nico Bay. Coming in for a kill onto Charlie. Can they actually find this, though? The stroke does come through. Does have Eclipse, but now silenced up. TPs, one of them gets canceled, and Nico finds the kill. Easy peasy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There you go. Inkswell on the Weaver. Limp hasted up again. He ain't limping today.
Oh, that camp though.
Sick bait from Era, dude. That was picture perfect.
Just hanging out on the high ground.
He's got 2 buds up there, runs in. I'm going to kill this Phoenix.
I like the max stun this game too from Seneko. Sometimes it's really tempting to get the aura higher and the wave as well when you're playing with this Luna. But he's making a lot of rotations around the map, and again, the maneuverability, like these heroes rely on their mobility for survival, not really stat based, so the stun, not only the big damage burst, but just the straight up control obviously helping.
Timber
Every
back down
0.1 second counts. What a terrible scaling spell.
Yeah, I had that exact same thought. I was like, I think it scales okay. Oh, from 1.4 to 1.7. All right, you get some damage.
I mean, again, though, it actually does make a big difference.
The damage at 360 is a lot. It's a good spell.
The magic missile. It's the most basic name in all of Dota. Okay, that's not
missile.
true. Well, actually, since sliders get changed, it might be.
I don't know. Are you telling me it beats out Breathe Fire? I always wanted this spell to be Fire Breath. One of the rare ones that's like aggressively in your face. They'll go in on the Saberlight. FNG hits him with the silence. Limp on the way for the finisher. They might need this pure damage to do it, and they're going to need a lot of it. Saberlight trying to make it out here. Swap from Seneko. Are they going to turn this? Grimstroke trying to slow him down with the Soulbind, but Viper's here. That's another swap. Viper Strike. He's broken. DK is going to melt. This is your classic turnaround, bud.
I'm not sure who was turning on who there with the double Soulbind stun, too. But, yeah, in the end, NIP taking the victory, even if it's just 1 kill. But remember, that was our big farmer from up top. That's their most farmed hero on the Radiant side.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, that started with a kill attempt on the Timber. And they were able to bring him down once with that Queen of Pain Sonic Wave. But he's gone for Hooded Defiance first item. I love this from Saberlight. Just trying to beef up, and you can feel it in these engagements.
Yeah, I actually hope he completes the full pipe and Greaves like he has queued. I think it's a really good game for the strat with the Luna and everything.
Yeah. He just has to live. That's it. Just needs to survive all this magical burst, and I don't know if they can kill him. I'm still a little shocked that Alliance didn't punish this Timbersaw really at all, it seems like, from their picks.
Oh, ward spotted. Saberlight's getting hit, so he knows there's an observer up here somewhere.
There it is.
Smoke up now.
Dire's middle tower is under
Again, not a great leading stun here. It's all on S4. But, you know, you get the blink stun if there's a second hero. Sometimes you'll see them catch the arrow. The Venge can just back for the swap save because it's going to be single target initiation
I mean,
in
Blink
Alliance.
DK is not bad. That's a pretty solid initiator, all things considered.
Well, when your follow-up has to be arrow, is just where it gets a little, you know, hinky-dinky, right?
Yeah. Up top. Nico cutting some waves here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very aggressive positioning right now out of Alliance. Very far forward on the map. Maybe looking for a gank on Era. Not an easy target. Meanwhile, in the Radiant jungle, they find Hanskin. Looks like that Atos gets some use.
Yeah, he tried to mess up while they were de-warding that ward that Saberlight scared earlier.
He got in their
That
heads.
Yeah, he got a little too cocky there on the leaps.
That might have been the reveal of the Atos as well. So
True. Well, Era was holding this tower up top here. He's still lurking in the tree line. And they're going to go for the blink now.
all right, there it is. Follow up Ink Swell. Nice chain stun. And Era down. No chance to react. Seneko looking to punish. S4 in the trees. Don't know if they caught a glimpse of him. Moonlight Shadow. No detection. They're going to make it out. Alliance are fine. Just a free pick.
Yeah, with the Inkswell. Very nicely done.
How long does it take to build up on the Ink Swell? 3 seconds?
Till it, yeah, it has a 3-second buff duration. So you can, like, start it off, and then he can blink in. So by the time the stun ends, it's pretty much on point for a stacking.
You can get a pretty solid CC train with that Dragon Tail. That makes it a little easier to follow up with Arrow, right?
Yeah, that makes it...
Bigger window.
honestly, it's just the damage, I think, that's the most important there.
Against Phoenix, it's both. Mid. Oh, explosive damage onto Charlie. TP, but not going to get there in time. Another fast kill. Very nice. Didn't even use Sonic Wave for that. Now the Atos coming back for more. Nico baby. Soulbind the other way. S4 now jumps in, gets the stun on two. Seneko drops a stun the other way. A lot of back and forth. NIP low, but holding on for now. Alliance seem a little timid when it comes to diving this.
Yeah, now they've cast all their spells too. There is some turnaround potential with the egg, and they're just gone. They realize this is not worth going for a second bout, at least not that close to the tower. Again, good discipline from Alliance. It's very tempting to dive there. I say that.
Okay.
That'll be all right.
Yeah, we're seeing here it's a little hard to just count on the Atos. It's a great starter, but you're pretty reliant still on like a follow-up magic missile or some other lockdown.
They need the clumsy net. An IP. That would be such a good pick for them this game. Roll the dice a little bit here. Show me the money. Flame's just getting some bounty runs here. Double up top.
Desolator.
Well, there's only one slot left.
A Philosopher's Stone. Supreme with the Blade Mail.
Alright, here it is. We're just about to find it. You ready? Charlie's about to whip out this clumsy net right here. Oh, drop it. Drop it, bird. Nothing. Give me my net.
Drop it, bird. I think I'm watching Always Sunny here.
Still nothing. Come on, Charlie. Give me this game-winning item. Ah, Viper ruined it. We got the Essence Ring. Alright, well, that's the end of our Tier 2 items.
Okay.
Essence Ring's pretty sick on Viper, though. Yeah, more HP equals more damage. Vector Light, you know.
Hey, it's also not terrible on Timber Saw, but you're right. They're going to leave it in the hands of the Viper.
Yeah, he's got the shawl, so very
Pretty
nice
good.
for him. Lots of armor. -3 armor. Yeah, okay. Cool. Not my concern as a Timber Saw player.
You're right. That one's kind of built for Timber. He loves magic resistance, too.
Yeah, we call that one a freebie. So.
Yeah. Okay. Soulbind counter initiates. And NIP repelled, but the Weaver in a little bit of a weird spot. He's in no man's land here by himself. Moonlight Shadow might keep him safe.
They hit a big arrow onto Supreme, but not really much you can do off of that. They started with the Orchid onto Seneko because they knew that he was going to be swapping into something, so they just had to make sure there wasn't a bad initiation. Alliance kind of just getting bullied back there, losing their tower.
Orchid's also cool this game with the Grimstroke. Get yourself a
Oh,
double Orchid.
baby. They have he's going to try and swap into the Centaur here.
All right, some detection. They've got that ward down. He runs deeper into it. Nico baby trying to figure out where this sentry is. And he will not figure it out in time. Eclipse burned, but a nice, easy kill. Charlie taking credit that time.
That was really greedy from Nico baby. I'm guessing he thought after the tower they might smoke in here, right? Because it was closing in on like 20 minutes and everything, which is a very realistic thing to assume. I would not have been looking for them to just like go back to catch that one wave heading towards the tower. Like, they all just played passively and went back towards their own outpost.
7-7. Still a very even game here. Less than a 1K lead for Alliance at the moment. Uh-oh, S4. They see him in the trees. Seneko scouts it out. Blink Dagger, not going to help you in this case. But he does have some friends nearby. There's that Sun Ray. It's just melting him.
Oh, he got the Centaur, though. What an arrow. Also gets the money arrow.
Man.
Pyrrhic victory. You know, we'll take it. Meanwhile, Supreme, he's not so convinced that Hanskin's gone.
Okay. That's a dead Marana. That's a twofer. And
How depressing is that you have 3 leaps and you just know that you're already dead from that stack? Just from a single Atos.
There's no hope. There's no chance. Can't do anything. Start that TP. Well, you're going to be walking back to lane, buddy. The Viper Strike lasts for 5 seconds. It's pretty deadly.
I love it whenever they get the Phantom and the bug on Saberlight, and he just sits there right-clicking. It's like so frustrating.
It's too much to click on. Well, some pressure. NIP, they're done mucking around. They've hit a power spike, and they are ready to seize the day. Level 15 on Luna. Still grabbing these cast range talents. Got Guardian
Lights are
Cruise.
holding out for BKBs right now. They're building 3 BKBs, I think, right? Queen Weaver and DK are all building BKB because like these fights are just gonna be so hard without them. And then they've just been looking for that humongous explosive fight. If they can complete these before Roche, that would obviously have been the dream. However, as I'm saying that, they're now wave of tearing and heading into the Roche pit, and I don't even think they should contest this. There's no way you fight this into Egg, Timber, Viper.
No.
Like,
and they're all similarly far away. Looks like Quap is going to be the closest, but they're all working on that recipe. So a delicate moment where you really don't want to fight without the BKB. Hard to force it. This is inadvertently a perfect timing from NIP.
I like going for the steal. Like, I think Hanskin or S4 can go in. Oh, man, this is risky.
Oh, Limp's going to
that's a
jump
good Sonic
in.
Wave, though.
They go on to Seneko. It does get snatched. S4 grabs it. This might end up okay for Alliance. They're going to try to push forward. They need this kill on Charlie, but he's going to survive. Seneko goes down. S4 loses the Aegis, and now the fight continues. They're trying to chase down this Luna, and they will get it. On the other side, Supreme now in trouble. He's going to get brought down, and a stun onto Era. This is Alliance's fight. They might even get a full wipe here. Saberlight going to be hard to kill, and he will Timber Chain out.
That could not have gone much better. Massive Sonic Wave. Era was in a bit of a rough spot on the map to try and contest. As Saberlight, they still have the Orchid. I think he's just dead.
Yeah, I think so too. It's almost the great escape, but Limp stays true to the cause, and there you go. Full 5-man wipe in exchange for an Aegis. I don't even think Alliance took a casualty there. Wow.
I really underestimated it. I thought that they wouldn't have the vision, like, to make that play. Like, if they got Wave of Terror or something and they saw them coming, obviously that fight goes a lot different for NIP, but they were just, like, super tunnel vision on trying to complete the Roche as fast as possible. And when you blink in like that with the Ink Swell, that explosion range is actually kind of insane. Like, he just stunned them all, was able to get the Aegis, and then it's a completely turned fight. Plus, I mean, they hit a 4-man Sonic Wave, right? With no good opportunity for Era to find an egg, at least from where he was standing. So
that was pretty close to the perfect sequence of events for Alliance. And just hitting all their AoE spells to pretty much maximum, big-time follow-up damage, and grabbing the Aegis. Nico
and
down
this whole
bottom.
game has built up to that one moment, and now they're just kind of massively ahead, right?
Yeah,
they take the
6K.
Roche fight, and now they have all BKBs.
Nico, he does have a time lapse, but doesn't really want to go back in that direction. I think he's good. Saberlight, the tree cutter. Uh-oh, he's still dusted. Too fast, though. Chakram not going to be there. Instead, Hanskin lingering nearby. Like, he's playing rodeo clown right now. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Try to kill me. Come on, I'm going to jump over a barrel. I'm ready. I've been training for this. Let's go. Let's go. All right, no more leaves. You got me. But
Up
the
top.
Weaver lives.
And not going to be forced to BKB. Doesn't manage to get his blink off. Loses half his HP for it. Has his own Essence Ring, though, so he can kind of tango with the Viper. Well, now missing it on that first Aegis turns into the waiting game for NIP of getting this Luna to be a bit beefier. Gotta wait out this Aegis while trying to keep the farm moving. Well, I guess they've already taken the Aegis, but wait out for the next Aegis, that is, rather. To be more accurate.
I mean, this is where Alliance are just going to crank up the aggression. Limp is now #1 on net worth. He's got a BKB. He's going to Salkaros. This Quap is actually quite scary. It's the advantage to having one of these highly mobile drafts. Especially when you're ahead. They'll go in onto Seneko. Not going to survive this one. And the rest of the team sounds the retreat as Alliance press forward.
Still did not swap in his Timber. Gotta appreciate that. I thought maybe like it looked doable, right? Swap in Timber. Timber goes for the Timber chain, but a bit too risky, he thought. Wasn't sure what stuns maybe were left, or maybe a Phantom or something. Did not want to give up his core.
BKB still pretty far off on Luna. Phoenix looking at the halberd. Hex will be a big deal as well. Timbersaw getting fairly close.
Yeah, they're in desperate need of more lockdown.
It's like, even though Alliance do have the lead, a good part is that support differential in the Mirana, actually. All 3 cores of NIP are still very even, really not that far behind the Weaver and the Quap. Kind of an odd farm distribution right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Out of there, speaking of Hanskin.
Dire's structures are fortified.
We're just kind of trading pressure across the map.
All right, now in onto the Quap. Silence comes out as the counterplay. Do Alliance just walk away here? No.
They're teasing each other here.
They really are. A game of chicken. S4 says, I'll bite. Let's make it happen. BKBs get popped. Viper's still in the front line, but now the Soulbind's there. No retreat for the Venge. Viper trying to press forward. Damage on the Hanskin. Looks like Alliance are just trying to get out. They drop the swap this time. BKB popped by Nico. He takes a Viper strike, but now S4's in. They kill Supreme. Hungry for more. Era does get off the egg, but BKBs get popped. They're trying to focus it. Big time damage. Era does go down, but they lose S4. Now the Sonic Wave the other way, and Seneko falls. The Eclipse just doesn't do enough damage. It's a 2 for 3 favoring Alliance. Maybe they can get Nico Baby here. This would be a big kill. Does not have the time lapse, and there you go. Things get leveled out. Ends up being an okay fight for NIP. FNG, 1 hit. 3 for 3. Alliance did lose 2 cores, though. NIP only losing 2 supports, and that trade will favor NIP quite handily.
Surprised it's only like 700 gold. I thought it would have been more, considering like it was both supports and a core for 2 cores and a pretty farm Mirana.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're having a really hard time of getting Charlie involved in these team fights. And now that those big like 10-second BKBs have been out, you saw it there, right? He held the Eclipse like forever, and by the time he finally threw it out, there was still a big BKB rolling, and then as it was dissipating, Limp just blinked away.
Yeah, though, to be fair, that was probably the hardest fight he's going to have to deal with this game in regard to the Eclipse. Once those BKBs wear down a little bit, things get much easier.
It's also a lot easier when he has this for himself. Well, one of the problems for him, too, is the start of that fight, Seneko swapped the DK, not the Viper. So he just wanted to make it so that he was on the high ground, the DK was brought closer to the tower. But when the ink swap popped, it still stunned up Charlie, and Limp was right next to him. So Limp also checked on a dagger. So Charlie started that fight at half HP. So he was already kind of like playing the backline and couldn't really get that involved when they were all clumping to try and utilize his glaives.
Although, I think Alliance just blundered both outposts controlled by the Dire at 30 minutes. Not crazy.
Yeah, that fight just kind of
lingered a bit too long.
Take them out of sorts, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, the bounties ended up going even. It would appear 2 for 2, but missing out on experience certainly does hurt. You can see it on the graph if you pull it up there. Just a nosedive now going back towards even.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
No, it's really just a gold lead for Alliance right now. Limp. Oh, that's a swap. BKB still under tower. Glyph has come out. His team is rotating. It's a pretty good Sonic Wave, but he could still be in trouble here. Saberlight trying to chase him down. And on the other side, Supreme with the wraparound. Moonlight Shadow, they're going to need some detection. BKB now used by Nico Baby and Supreme. Alliance just back up, separated from their Queen of Pain. I guess happy that she survived as they lose that bottom tier 2.
Lack of detection hurting them, at least in terms of where they needed it there to maybe get Limp. FNG, another smart TP.
Another clincher.
I was gonna say, I don't think he's died. He's actually 0, 2, and 11. Not a lot of depth for FNG this game.
Is under attack.
Limp's
Now the
still
halberd.
very farmed, though. Already another 1,700 gold.
Been catching all these side creep waves, just clearing them out. They finished all their items yet on the Dire? I feel like I haven't even seen them grab neutrals. They've got, oh no, they got all theirs too. So they got the Mindbreaker and the repair kit still left.
It's kind of an odd game to read right now. Like, Lions have a pretty significant gold lead, but it also sort of feels like NIP are spiking a bit right now, and it's not really easy for Alliance to take them in team fights. So we're seeing this song and dance. Like, Alliance are only fighting if they get that really good initiation, which is understandable, but it's like they're struggling to really press their lead. They are going to move into the Roche pit now, but NIP right nearby.
This Lincoln's is so good for Nico Baby because they have the Halberd on Era. And actually, the Halberd's still not there. He's sitting on the Courier, but they have the Halberd ready on S4, so...
This is risky, though. Roche falls pretty quick, but still about half HP as S4 jumps in. That'll be his BKB. Soulbind, Viper in trouble. Supreme goes down first. Seneko second.
Shy buyback.
NIP falling quickly. Saberlight just getting destroyed in the stun durations. Luna disarmed. Use the Eclipse, but nothing comes out of it. Now Alliance having no issues pressing this advantage. If they can initiate on the Viper, they'll take that all day.
And then Aegis and Cheese going to be so much harder to win the next fight. This was really kind of your last chance as NIP to have a somewhat even-looking fight. They're going to be in desperation mode and waiting for Luna to get the gargantuan items. Move on past the butterfly. Yeah. And her Courier must have died with her BKB, huh?
No, I'm starting to understand this Alliance draft a little better. Like, at first, I was questioning why they didn't punish the Timber harder, but it seems they just took a lineup that once you hit this certain point, it's hard for the Timber to really abuse anyone. Like, DK's tanky enough now that you're not super scared of the Timber, and everyone else that he wants to jump on can just run away from him. You've got no way to lock down Limp. Yeah, he still doesn't have that Hex. And now we're seeing the weakness of the Timber. It's just being exploited a little bit later on instead of during the laning phase. It's working quite well for Alliance right now. You can even see it in Timber's KDA. He's 1-3 and 5. Like, he's been pretty active, but he's not like dominating when it comes to actual hero kills.
Oh, there's a lot of fights where he's just like chasing them around with Timber Chain.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just running around. They're kiting him very effectively.
They needed that that net. Clumsy net wins this game.
I love it when there's a coin flip on a neutral item. We're all gamblers at heart, I guess.
I needed loot boxes in my neutrals, you know? that ultra rare clumsy net just wasn't there. My escalating odds next game though, I'll get that clumsy net. It'll be fine.
But we need like a brawl level trip, you know, every
there you go.
1 out of 1,000 neutrals, the box just breaks and you don't get it.
Now you're learning.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Grimstroke working on the Aggie, Trent. Are you ready for a Dark Portrait?
I'm extremely ready for that. That is like best hero. Actually, she's not the best hero. She is one of the better ones though, because she loves buying a lot of Agi. I think TB is still the best one.
Nico Baby in against Supreme. That's the BKB. S4 there with the follow-up. This is a level 3 dragon now. He gets Viper struck. Era with a pretty good egg in the back. Alliance trying to outrange it, but Limp gets swapped in. All through BKB, but not enough follow-up. Another swap. Now the Hex. It's been completed, and Limp actually goes down. Nico falling quickly. Supreme survives, but just now falls.
Limp's buying back for the GG fight here. Nico maybe still has Aegis.
Does not have BKB, though.
Dude, Limp has had some really bad buybacks. Remember the exact same thing happened the last time we were casting him?
Yeah.
He bought back in that fight versus Liquid, and they just ran away. And you're
almost
like, wow,
exactly.
Too. Buyback.
It was a fight just like that. It was a couple of picks. Okay, maybe we can close, and then you can't do anything with it.
Man, he had a 1,700 buyback cost. Woo, that's pricey.
No longer #1 on net worth. Still ahead of the Luna, but we'll put a damper on your Hex progression.
If he doesn't buy back. We don't know if they... Well, I mean, we can tell from our perspective that they're going to have a hard time chasing forward because we know what spells have been used, but he wanted to make sure his team doesn't lose that fight. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm a positive guy.
NIP were pretty much on the defensive. They used both their swaps and their egg to kill Limp. There wasn't much gas left in the tank, dude.
Guys, we need more kills to make this worth it. Oh, he bought back run.
I think NIP were already looking for an excuse to get the hell out of that fight. The All-Near are going to be next on Nico Baby.
They managed to disarm Nico Baby in that fight, by the way, even through the Lincolns. I think he got Scythe first, and then Era hit him with a disarm and then egged. Because I thought Nico Baby would go for the egg, and then he was like, oh shit, I cannot right-click.
Arrow connects.
And Nico Baby's so aggressive.
Well, they've got S4 here. They want to go in on this fight. Limp with the BKB. Blinks up to the high ground. Gets an okay ultimate mitigated by the egg. Snako swapping to try to live, but Era falls. Snako as well. They are going to lose the Mirana, but it's a triple kill for Nico. A great fight for Alliance. Charlie trying to sustain. They do get the Aegis, but now Charlie's stunned up. No more BKB. He just can't live. Supreme saved his BKB this whole time, and he is going to fall. There's no hope there. Ultra kill for Nico.
Man, Nico Baby no cares. He wanted to use his Aegis before it ran out. They had about a minute left now at this point, and found a great fight for it. They have buybacks and they killed the DK, so this isn't it, right? I haven't lost any racks quite yet.
I don't
Certainly
think
going to take some pretty heavy punishments, though.
Yeah, the game doesn't end here, but this is the beginning of the end. 20K
But
net
the
worth.
game kind of ends here.
Even if you burn these buybacks, yeah, it's just digging this hole like even deeper. They'll still get the tier 3. Glyph's already been used. Now the barracks exposed. A creep wave up top already at the tower. Still 40 seconds on Luna, 30 seconds on Timbersaw. Alliance know it. They are not going to back up. They just head bottom. Going to put this Deso to good work. Limp comes in. Follow up Soulbind, looking for more damage onto NIP. They might get Sineko. Nico Baby able to time lapse back, and it's going to cost Supreme everything. That's the dieback now.
Appreciate how far away that Soulbind was. That was like max range of Aether Lens and his talent plus the 150. That was disgusting.
From downtown, as they say. The
Now
repair
he even
kit.
has the telescope too. Look how far he can soul. That is unbelievable.
He's on the low ground.
I know he was on the low ground when he did it.
Okay, well, she's pretty much over here. Viper's still down for over 60, and they've got the Deso. They'll just take it top.
I can appreciate them at least pushing for the end here too, as S4 is making his way with an Invis rune. While on his way to the base to close this one out.
Swap. They want to try to set something up. They go on the Grimstroke. They find this kill, but a big Sonic Wave might set up for a good fight for Alliance. S4, BKB on. He's going to jump in bold. Sineko getting low. The Timbersaw juiced. Cut in half. Alliance with the game plan. Coming in stride here. 30-17. The GG will be called. Arteezy Alliance S4 will secure a win for the team here in game number 1.
Dedicated guild member, dedicated game winner.
S4 is a grinder, that's for sure. He's a value guildie.
The guy you want.
And
if there's numbers to be gained, he'll grind it out.
Well,
I'm sure.
speaking of numbers, my friend, we're not going to get a score screen today because it looks like the coordinator has fallen back on its broken ways. So apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't realize how much I liked the score screen until these last 2 days.
Yeah, right?
Oh wait, it's working.
Okay, so if you click continue, it pops up because I got the red error message. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, I know. Usually we weren't getting it. Now we're actually getting it.
All right, so let's go back here. There you go.
What a relief.
Well, thank you, Dota, for working today.
Well, what should we glean from this beautiful screen? Well, no surprise, Limp kind of carrying hard in terms of the damage dealt there. 36,000. Slicing and dicing through some players. I'm surprised Charlie was able to even find that much. I'd be curious to see his hero damage throughout that game because I feel like he had a really hard time actually getting involved in this match. Did not really feel the Luna, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of the games we've seen, she ends up playing from ahead, or even if the lane isn't amazing, you can still run to the jungle and then somehow power farm your way back. This was one where we kind of saw the dark side of the Luna build. It's a great example of why she often holds skill points, because her lane wasn't that great. Like, look at the player net worth breakdown. First 10 minutes were brutal. She was the lowest core. Mirana actually farming comparatively in some parts. Even at 20 minutes, Luna's still bottom of the cores. They didn't have a lane that they could fight, and even though she's a hero that can recover, she didn't have the points available to max out the glaives until it was kind of too late, and she was forever playing catch-up. And it wasn't until 30 minutes that she became the #1 carry on NIP, and at that point, they're already pretty far behind.
Problem was definitely that roast fight, obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd be able to win that fight so easily, but the Inkswell was just like, he basically just jumped in and ravaged them, essentially, right? Like,
yeah.
When, I don't know. I was not considering how brutal that was going to be, but that was absolutely perfect timing. He blinks in, he stuns 3 or 4, he gets the Aegis, suddenly the fight's just over. And the fact that when he stuns in like that, it creates that space for FNG to just move in with the Soulbind. Soulbind, when you catch it like that, is so devastating. Just like they couldn't move, they're stuck in the pit. Limp's throwing in a Sonic Wave on top of everybody. Like that was a gross fight. That'd be a good fight to watch again because that was, well, not really a fight, more just a slaughter, I suppose.
Yeah. All right. Well, game number 1 goes the way of Alliance. We got a lot more Dota 2 coming your way today, boys and girls. Supreme ending that game 6-6-6 on the Viper. Demonic, dirty, disgusting. I can't wait to see what happens in game number 2. We'll see if NIP can bring this back after a rough game 1. What a great start to the day, Trent.
Woo.